I know I made this video. I made this video, 6 years ago. 1918, 6 years ago. I was my typical near-death thing, and I was talking about how much I despised human religion and how weak I found people who tout religion as their I'm going to heaven and you're not because I believe this. The entire decrepit and foul human religious whatever. But he said, you believe in God. I said, yeah, because I don't need faith. You see, I died and I was shown God. I don't need to believe or have faith because that's how you end up in a cult. That's how you end up listening to other people telling you a human version of what God is. This is, I use this as an example because it is the only one that even remotely resembles this situation. And that is, you have a petri dish, and in that petri dish is a fucking amoeba. And your task is to explain your iPhone to the amoeba. Where are you going to start? Huh? Computer science? Photography? Materials? Where are you going to start to teach the amoeba so when you get done, he'll understand the iPhone? Okay, that is how far God is above us. This crap that you see spieled around the planet that has killed too many millions of people. 90 million people have been directly and viciously killed for God. Especially Christians. They're fucking good at that shit, okay? So I have my list. I read it now and again. I bring it out. And he was amazed. This person was on the verge of taking his life because he had given up. There was something missing. And what was missing was the big fucking why. And when I told him about coming back, after being told how important it was, that even as a young child, all I could think of, it tortured my mind to the point where my mother was very worried, okay, and sought help for me, was that it was, of course. And I made her take me to all these churches because I was looking for even just the tiniest little bit here of what existed. No, it's not here. And she finally had to tell me one day that what you're looking for isn't here. I don't need faith. I saw God, and this is why I explained to people about you know about the fear of death, and it's okay to be afraid to die, and doesn't matter how much you believe. You're still being controlled by instincts, this biological piece of machinery. Okay, I've talked for years about this stuff, but his whole point was about God, and that was what saved him, because this guy made me look like a moron. He was a brilliant man, and he reached out to me through my videos and decided that he had a reason to go on, and is now what I would consider very healthy and happy, and every now and again drops into my YouTube page to give me a little message. And I've had other people tell me that they benefited greatly. So you see, these are the people I'm supposed to be talking to. I don't have to save the world. There's just a few people who are, they want to believe in God, but when they look at religion, they're like, oh my God, these people are fucked up. Okay? And yeah, I know. And that was it. No matter where they turned, they saw the hypocrisy and the horror of it. So quantum mechanics, simple interdimensional existence, the place where the wave functions are originating from. The big reason why it's all because of God. But where I went wasn't God. I can't say that I experienced being with God. I wasn't. That's why they call it near death. I don't know how many times I have to fucking say that, okay? Even though it had to be at least 8 minutes that I didn't have a heartbeat. And religion, it's there, I didn't, religion never, it was nothing like religion. It was, because that word isn't what God is. And I can't understand that any more than I can explain my iPhone to that fucking amoeba. And so I've spent 15 years just talking about my experience and how it's affected my life and what I learned, and that I was supposed to just say, what happened to me? This is what fucking happened to me. This is the realizations I've come to as I've, went down the complete not understanding anything about quantum mechanics road. But you see, that's where I found the not just possibility, but probability that this is what happened. This is where I was. And it is a quantum existence where there is no time, no space, everything is information. And you are corporeal. And this is for a reason. Otherwise, all the beings I saw around God would have looked the same, correct? Right? The fact that there was unknown different shapes and sizes. That's the only way that it makes sense. And the day I realized it, what they had shown me, the day I put that together myself, I was like, oh, that was one of the realization moments. You see, this guy was looking for what I saw, which was there's every scientific reason to believe in God. He's just not something we can understand, nor will we be able to understand for a very long period of time. I'm sure that you have to evolve. Maybe give us another 25, maybe 50,000 years, if any humans make it, and we evolve to that point where we're more of a spiritual creature who lives not for themselves, but for the good of all, and actually benefits and enjoys, and that's what gives them nice, warm, fuzzy feelings, instead of, I want a big fucking boat, you deserve to work for me for less because I'm smarter than you. The whole fucking human thing. This guy, that was the proudest moment of my life. That was what I was going to title this video. What was the proudest moment of my life? I did this video a while back. You see, just that one person, just that one person was all it took to make everything worthwhile for me. Okay? And then I started enjoying the benefits of just being able to share myself honestly with the world and the universe. Okay? And it was good therapy. It was better than the therapy that I did when I needed therapy. Because here, I'm always in touch with myself. You notice I do not look at the camera. Right? I don't look at the camera. I'm not here to act for you or to produce content. I'm simply here to tell you, my fucking package is late, fuck UPS, and this is what happens when you die. And these are the scientific principles that allow that to be a fact. Quantum mechanics is way stranger than anything that I'm saying, okay? This place isn't real. It's we don't understand it. We might be able to, we contemplate it slightly, but again, trying to explain an iPhone to that petri dish with the amoeba in it. You see, we don't want to admit that there could be intelligence that much more superior than us. We don't want to think that. 80% of the populations think that UFOs are intelligent beings from other planets. 80%. The world fucking goes on. It clicks on. No one's going crazy. No one's going nuts. Everyone kind of accepts it. You see, they're kind of starting to let out a little bit of news because they need to be the hero here one day. And so they're letting it out, but not let it all out kind of thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are beings that are incredible, so much more superior than us, that we would be like the amoeba and a human. 1 billion years difference. They're saying the universe could be 27 billion years old now. That's fucking nuts. You see, the fact that reality exists is hard for us to understand. But outside of this place, time and space doesn't exist. This whole universe, 50 billion years could just go by like that. Or it could go by incredibly slow. What exists there is information kind of in any shape or form, right, that allows you to recreate the existence of any sentient consciousness that ever existed or will exist in this universe. That was the big thing that I went, okay, I understand. You see, all information is contained. If you live the life of every one of those untold trillions of sentient conscious beings, their culture, their lives, what they thought, the lessons they learned, there is no ambiguity about why this place existed. Again, we take form and shape here. I'll look like a human. That's what all the humans look like humans in the big circle. But there were things that didn't look like humans. Yeah, God is real, and it gave this guy an avenue to seek his own journey, but he did put his plans to just say fuck this place on hold. That's good. That's good. You see, I want to make it absolutely clear what I do isn't suicide prevention. It isn't. What I do is a quantum warning that they talk about the multiverse, every choice. Okay, I move this here. All right, well, there's the universe where I moved the remote, and then there's the universe where I didn't move the remote. Why? Well, because I'm a sentient conscious observer. See? No, that's not what happens. We will go on in the universe where my friends are still gone. But I know what they're doing. They're cycling, and one day they'll decide not to. That place they will come to the why in life like I did, and then that will be their existence. And maybe they have things that they'll have to do. I don't know. It's so complicated that's what it's taken like 15 years of just talking about it, so that people can they understand over a long period of time what happened. Because I find it difficult to just try to go from here to there, because there's so much meaning for every fucking instant I was there. It wasn't just 10 minutes. There was so much happened, and so many relatable things. You see, I guess it's just a way for us to be able to handle this change, this phase change from a physical being to a quantum being. And during that phase change, your fear is gone. You don't have You don't have the biomechanical machinery to make you fear. There's no reason to be afraid. You're not a fight and flight animal anymore. You are a completely, totally different fucking entity, except you're still yourself. It's hard. It's so hard to explain. And that when you're having a near-death experience, you're there as a quantum existence, and it's hard to leave. But that's not God. Again, it's near death. It's called near death for a reason. Okay. So, yeah, if religion is your bane, stay away from it. Read Hammer Off and Penrose on microtubules, and you'll start to see that there's more than a biomechanical human reason for us to be a quantum being in this form. That there is something here more than we can understand, and it is contained within the microtubule system and tubulin as information. And I think that is where the big answer was at. That was when I really started coming to realizations. That was all the way back in the late 80s when these anesthesiologists first tried to find out where the hell do people go when we put them under, right? So anyway, I wanted to get that off my chest. That is the most proud thing that that I can say I did. Like my team, basically preventing 3 Mile Island from melting down simply because we were out of pot. We hadn't seen our girlfriends in a long time, and we just wanted to fucking get home. And so we decided to do 440 tubes a night instead of 220, and we did that. And had we not done that, they wouldn't have been able to cool that reactor, and we would have had a Chernobyl in the middle of the Susquehanna River, okay? And it would have flown down and then down the river and up the East Coast. So, no big deal to me. You know why? Because that was just a lucky fucking accident. It meant nothing. Even though, as I believe, some people, you should be at a place at a time when you're supposed to be, and maybe that was part of it, okay? But my proudest moment was when that person decided that they were going to stick around. That's all it took. Just that one was enough, okay? And I've received many letters, but that was probably the one that hit me the hardest. I understood exactly his pain that he was feeling, because that's what I felt when I came back. I was craving something that was unobtainable here. Yeah, pretty damn cool. Pretty damn cool, man. Proudest moment. 2016, 2017.